Well, good afternoon to everybody. Today is Wednesday. It's again another day. I think it would help better if we put headsets on here, fellas. See if we get going here. Good afternoon, everybody, and want to welcome everybody to our prediction show. We are today at Ancira Ford here, and we've got with us David Cruz here with us that is actually going to open our show today. Let us know everything that's going on here at Ancira.
Good afternoon, Eagle Pass. Thank you for having me here, coaches and Mr. Lipson. Like I was explaining to our team, and of course, I'm going to be telling the audience and of course our coaches that a lot of things have been happening lately. I know that the market's been a little unstable, and through all of that, the companies have responded well with incentives. They've been incentivizing, the interest rates have gotten a little bit better despite the hike on the interest rate. They came through with some interest rates from a 24-month, 36, 48, even 2 months. So they've been helping out a whole lot. Also bringing in with that is some rebates. So for anybody trading in their vehicles or whatever, you will get a lot of help along the way. We've already had a lot of customers that have taken advantage of that. So please don't feel free to come by, get a free quote on your vehicle. We can even look at your credit, see where you stand, see what you want to do, and that will make it happen. Believe me, we will make it happen. Well, also, if you're selling one of your cars, we will buy your trade. Okay,
David, you've got actually a lot of vehicles out here. There's if you pretty much you can take your choice of the vehicle you might want to drive away here at Ancira Ford.
That is correct. So we've been blessed with some inventory that has been coming through, despite the strikes. We have been able to acquire some of these. I guess you can say extra vehicles from the plant. So, like I said, come and look for yourself so you can see what we've got. I guarantee there's got to be a vehicle here for you.
Well, we want to thank you, David, and also thank Rodney Wynn for having our prediction show and always sponsoring all of our youth activities here in Eagle Pass. So thank you so much, and we were going to continue with our prediction show. We've got actually a reduced cast today. Here today. We've got a lot of our coaches, besides athletics, well, there is academics, as we got to keep that in the forefront, and a lot of our coaches today are testing. So today we have a reduced cast on our prediction show, not to mention that my partner, every once in a while, he has to work. And today he did have to work. Ruben's not going to be here with us. Coach Tom here says that, well, he should have just come over here and told his job just to wait. But I don't think that's possible. But today we do have Coach Villaseñor from the Mavericks, and we have Coach Tom Gonzalez and Roger Olivas from the Eagle Pass Eagles. And well, before we get into the show, guys, not really a good weekend for Texas football nowhere. Not at all. We Cowboys lost, A&M lost, Texas lost, and then not to mention that our two teams didn't do well this weekend. Not to say they didn't play well. There's just certain things didn't go our way. We're going to go first with Coach Eric Villaseñor. And Coach, your game against South San, 29-7. You're going to carry the whole load today, both offense and defense. But let's talk a little bit about the South San game, and then we'll move quickly into what is up ahead for your Mavericks when they travel to Laredo to play Laredo Figueroa.
Yes, I thought our kids fought hard till the end. We had a tight first half with them. Finished the first half at 9-7 score, and then came out and missed some opportunities in the second half that we couldn't take fully advantage of. But credit South San. They made the plays when they had to. We couldn't capitalize on our opportunities in the second half, but our kids fought hard to the end. Proud of them, proud of their efforts, and we're excited for the next opportunity, and that being the Figueroa Toros.
Well, Coach, when you look at your schedule, you still got. I know you don't look too far ahead. You got Figueroa, and then Southwest Legacy. You're going to go on then to Martin before you finish out with Southside. So you got plenty of schedule left, and but let's talk a little bit about. You're playing Figueroa. You're going to make the trip to Figueroa on Friday night.
Yes, sir.
I believe. That game, of course, will be at
Shirley Field.
Shirley Field.
Yes,
We
sir.
were there earlier this year, and a really great facility at Shirley Field. But let's talk a little bit first. What does your offense have to do against the Figueroa defense?
I think first and foremost, like we told the kids, the must to win this week is protecting the football, sustaining drives, and continue to move the chains. Coming out early on and establishing our game plan, and making sure that we execute at a high level. We got some kids back from injury, so that's always a plus. You'll see Gabriel Balderas there, quarterback for us, and you'll see a little bit about running back.
Well, I know that as the year has been going by, one of the biggest challenges that you have as a coaching staff is this is a physical game. So as you play games, you have injuries. You have some of them that are pretty lingering injuries, and they're hard to come back from, especially when they happen in the skill positions.
Yes, very true. But we have to have that next man up mentality and making sure that we're developing the guys who are one play away. We tell their kids, you're one play away from being on that field if this young man goes down. So they got to make sure they're ready to go. They got to make sure we're game ready, and that happens on the practice field. That happens in the video room when we're reviewing our scouting report and our opponent. So we got to make sure not only that we're physically ready, but that we're also mentally ready as well.
Something that's not mentioned very often, but there is, like we mentioned, a lot of our coaches not here today. They're testing. We're not able to get out. The academic side of this, you have to stay. You have to stay eligible to play.
It certainly is a grind, to be a student athlete. We have our 9-week period ending on Friday, and just having a young man balance the athletic side and the academic side, it's challenging, but. It's also part of our job to make sure that our kids stay eligible, they stay healthy, and that we put them in good situations to succeed on the field and in the classroom.
Well, let's talk on the other side of the ball now. What the Figueroa offense brings to the field, and defensively, what have Coach Salas and Coach Ramirez, and of course you have been working on this week to try to keep them off the scoreboard.
I mean, they have some big kids up front. Offensively, they're predominantly a run-heavy team. I feel it plays into our favor. We have a good run defense. We've been getting better week by week, getting some kids back on the defensive side as well from injury. And we've had a solid week. The weather kind of interrupted our plans. Testing did also, so kind of threw a little wrench in the routine, but sometimes that's good. I mean, it's good to change it up and keep it fresh. And we're excited about, playing Friday night, playing on the road, and we're ready for that next challenge.
Well, Coach, some final words from you to, of course, all the Maverick followers on this trip to Laredo.
Just safe travels to our fans and to the family members traveling to see their kids. Best of luck to our 9th graders and to our JV kids. They're playing also in Laredo tomorrow, and I want to wish the Eagle Pass Eagles the best of luck on their games as well.
Well, thanks so much. There you have it from Coach Eric Villaseñor of the Mavericks. Before we move on over to our Eagle coaches here, of course, Eagle Pass Sports Central is on Facebook. You're also seeing us on YouTube, and you're listening to us on FM 92.7 KINL. Universal Media, of course, Connections has sponsors that we'd like to let you know who they are. Balde Record Service, Nevares Law Firm, Allstate, Onésimo Elizondo, Sarita's Tortilla Factory, TNT Rentals, IBC Bank, Stat Emergency, R&R Safety Wear LLC, Texas Diamond Garage, Capital Insurance Services, Clarissa Rivera Flores, Tienda de los Venados in downtown Eagle Pass, Tabanny Insurance, Chapa Law Firm, Choches Barbecue, Benavides Insurance, Lorena Melo State Farm, Brown Chevrolet, Vargas Hardware, Ruiz and Associates, Maverick Air Conditioning Supplies, Rudy's Optical, Yopos, and United Medical Centers. I don't get that out to you quite as I don't speed read them as good as my partner, but I think we did. He stays up at night practicing that stuff. But we did to get that out, and we most surely we want to thank all these sponsors, and of course we want to thank our sponsors at Eagle Pass Sports Central. Of course, we're here at Ancira today. Also sponsoring us is Brown, Eddie Morales, and Choches Barbecues. So we want to also thank them as we come over to this side of the field, so to speak, where we have Tom Gonzalez and Roger Olivas. Well, Coach, not exactly the result you expected or wanted, I should say, against Alexander.
Yeah, it was definitely a disappointing outage for our kids. We you look at the open week, and you work hard during the open week, and you go back to basics, and do whatever you got to do to show up on Friday night or last week on Thursday night. And our kids learned a valuable lesson in playing a very good football team is you got to play 4 quarters, and we showed up the first half and did not play our brand of football, and we talked about it at halftime, and we knew that we were getting our butts whipped, and basically we just weren't playing our game. And second half they settled down. The coaches did several adjustments and went out and almost tied the game or had our chances to win.
Well, you came up just a little bit short,
Right.
so to speak. But I think that's something that is important when you go to a ball game, you really don't play your best. You have a half that's not really what you expected. And that half, what you do at halftime becomes really important as far as adjustments. And not only that, changing the mindset of your football team.
Exactly, and our kids knew that they can. We preach to them every day we can play with anybody. It doesn't matter who we're playing, and as long as we play our ball game, we have a chance. And that night, we just we knew we could play with Alexander. We knew that we were a very good football team, but if you don't play your type of football game, then you don't have a chance. And we didn't in the first half. Came out second half and played a lot better.
Well, now you head to United, and that's a Saturday ball game.
Yes, sir.
And United, of course, another part of that United ISD besides Alexander. Give us a general, understanding of what you're expecting from United.
Well, United's United. They're always good. They're traditionally, a powerhouse. They're very well coached, and they have a lot of Eagle Pass boys coaching on that staff.
Eagle Pass coaching.
Yes, sir. And they have 4 coaches from Eagle Pass there, including Oki, Senor, and Peter Huve.
You figure the old man knows some football?
Yeah, he does. And Peter Huve and Jesus Senor and David Lee Garza. So, those guys either played for us or coached with us or
coached.
Yeah, they're with us. But besides all that, we know United's traditionally a powerhouse. They got big boys. They're fast. And again, they're well coached, and we're expecting a very tough football game. They're one of the elite teams in our district, and we've been working towards playing them.
Well, with Coach Cardenas not being here, tell us a little bit. What do you expect? The Eagles expect from the United defense, and offensively, what do you have to work on to put points on the board?
Well, of course, our coaches, again, going back to what our coaches do over the weekend, they do a fantastic job preparing our kids for whichever team's coming up. And these guys, offense and defense, they've come up with really good game plans. And we know United's defense is very much like ours. They play a 4-man front, and they're fast and big and quick. And what we have to do is, like Coach Villaseñor said, with his, we have to sustain drives. We have to make sure that our execution's on point, and we can't make those big mistakes against a very good football team.
Well, Coach, let's talk. Coach Roger Olivas here on defense. United, the United offense. What are they coming at you with? I know that United typically has passed the ball to run the ball.
Yes, sir.
So I'm sure you've got that well in hand.
Yes, United 70-30, 70% pass, 30% run. They have a really big offensive line. I think that their left tackle, Jose Gonzalez, is committed to RGV, as well as their quarterback, Chavez. They have a core of really good receivers like ourselves, but and like us, we get to go against the best receivers in the district in practice every day. So, I think we match up really well. They're a big offensive line with our speed up front. Our job is to pressure the quarterback, giving different looks and make them uncomfortable back there.
Well, and their quarterback, what do you know about him? Experienced?
He's a 3-year starter. I think he was second team All-State or honorable mention All-State last year, as well as their left tackle and Saldaña, the left side receiver, their ex-receiver. Again, really fast. He's about 6'1", Saldaña. He was a district champ in the 400 in district. And then Alec Levens is really good receiver also. So they got two really tall receivers, and the other two are really good, excellent possession receivers. Those are the two that I think we need to stop. But again, it all starts with putting pressure on the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable, give him different looks in the secondary, and run different coverages.
Your defensive secondary, by what you're telling us, they're going to have their hands full.
Yes, definitely. The quarterback, he likes to throw it long. He likes to throw it deep, and he's really good at it. His receivers really track the ball well down. We even saw, we took a clip of one of the plays. He threw it 60 yards in the air, so not many high school quarterbacks can do that, but he's got a really good arm on him. Last year, we put pressure in his face, and I made him a little bit uncomfortable, but, the young man is really talented.
Well, there you have it. Some final words from Tom Gonzalez.
No, I'd like to just wish our JV and freshmen good luck as they play United tomorrow night. Also, they'll be playing here, and I'd like to wish the Mavericks good luck on their game also, and just watch some football this weekend. Again, hopefully our Texas teams will win this time around.
Before we head into our predictions, I'm going to actually take advantage that I have both of you here. Something that people have begun to talk about, but it usually doesn't come up till about early in the year of next year, or maybe in February. A realignment. It's going to be a realignment for UIL. I know that Padilla and a lot of other people have a lot of ideas, and of course nobody ever knows what UIL is actually going to do. We don't know how the numbers have changed, enrollments have changed. We don't know whether there's a lot of talk about a Super 6A. So first I'll go with Coach Villaseñor. What are your thoughts? And I know we're just speculating. Yeah. We don't have anything here that's going to be etched in stone. But what are you hearing?
Well, we have our snapshot date coming up on the 27th of this month. Been tracking our enrollment numbers at WIN. We're currently, as of last Friday, 1929, which would put us at 5A Division I and close to 5A Division II if you look at enrollment numbers from the previous year. But you don't know what the numbers are. UIL releases those numbers, those cutoff numbers, in December. And then that's when the best kept secret continues to evolve towards February. So you don't know.
Coach Tom, what as far as Eagles 6A, when you analyze the picture of our region, our area, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think we have the same 6A numbers. I think we're at 2344, which is 6A numbers. I believe we'll stay in the same district, Laredo, because they will all be 6A, but we might have an additional, a couple of schools from San Antonio or something like that.
Well,
hopefully.
It's going to be really interesting. Let's get into our predictions. What I can tell you from last week, Coach Graff went 9-1. I think he's, I don't know who he's talking to, but